the InCommand touch panel. If you come in, your screen's going to be off. You can press any one of those buttons, it'll come on. And to do your HVAC, your heating and cooling, you switch over to HVAC. You can select whether you want AC by the mode button here. Right now it's on gas, so on the source you can switch over to electric heat, and you can leave your fan on auto and it'll automatically use whatever fan speed it needs to use your heat. You can set your temperature here and then go back. You can go through all the zones that way. All your light functions, right now these are on. You can switch them off just by touching each button, and you can brighten them up by touching the button here. You can scroll down and go to the next one. Your awnings, you can run those in and out here. Awning light, you can turn that on and off there as well. Your slide outs, each one of them are labeled. To run them in, you got to press and hold. So right now we'll run the left living room in, and you can hear it come in, and you go all the way in until you hear the motor bog down just a little bit. We'll run it back out and you'll hear the motor bog, and that's when you know it's all the way out. On yours, you have an extra slide button here. That's for your final living room slide. Same thing, up and down as you're in and out. Your triggers are your tank heaters. All of your tank heaters have a heating pad on the bottom of them. You can turn those in if it's below freezing. You turn those on and it'll keep your tanks from freezing. You also have a trigger for your ceiling fan. So if your ceiling fan doesn't work, check your InCommand and make sure that's on, and that'll turn your ceiling fan on in your bedroom. And your generator, you prime your generator here. You press and hold the button for about 10 seconds, and then you press and hold the start button until you hear the generator start. Sometimes you got to prime it a little longer depending on how long it's been since you've used it. And I think we have the gas turned off on it. So as far as the InCommand, that's most of it, except for you have a master interior light button that'll turn all your interior lights on or off, and your exterior lights and your security lights on here as well. Your water pump, in order to turn that on, you just press right there on the main screen, and that'll activate your water pump. We'll go ahead and turn those off. Your Truma water heater, for most of the time you're just going to click that to the up position one time, and that'll go ahead and light the water heater, and it will only produce hot water when you're using it. The clean function down here, if you ever put it down on that, it will not want to use hot water. It won't produce hot water for up to 60 gallons. You have to run 60 gallons through that water heater in order to use it after that. You have your sea level here. It'll tell you your battery voltage, and it'll also tell you exactly what's in each one of your tanks. You just press the button there and it'll tell you how much percentage you have in each of your tanks, which right now we have some water in your black tank from doing our tests. This is just an indicator as well to tell you what your battery voltage is for your inverter that runs your refrigerator. This switch at the top, this is your backup camera lights for when you bring your backup cameras inside. It doesn't affect your backup cameras when you're driving down the road. It only affects the function if you want to use them inside. Okay, so that's everything in there. Down here you have your 12-volt fuse panel. Everything's labeled inside there. It's mostly 15 amp fuses. You should have two 20s and two 30s as well. Your 110 breaker box is down here. We use a residential breaker box because it's a 50 amp service. Everything's labeled and marked correctly to what they are. And let's see, you have the Elite package, so you have the small touch screens. I'll come over to this one, and you just touch it anywhere to activate it, and you have all of your light groups that you can control for that area. So we can turn off the kitchen island, or we can brighten them or dim them down. And then you have 3 pages of lights that you can control from each one. And this one also has the water pump that you can turn on and off from here. Above it you have a Fantastic fan controller, which you have for all of your Fantastic fans. You just press the button twice and it'll open the fan and activate it, and then you press it once and it'll close it. So that's all of the main functions for inside. Any other questions, you can go ahead and get a hold of us, and we can guide you through anything else that you have.